I've been carrying my camera and tripod with me so that I can record wherever, because ideas will come to me while I'm out and then I won't write them down. And you know, I was just doing some journaling. One of the things that I find is super therapeutic is journaling. I love writing generally, but for anyone who needs to get things out of their head or out of their heart to understand it, journaling is so helpful. The topic I wanted to talk about today is abundance. Having a mentality of abundance versus having a mentality of lack. It is crazy how we have been so conditioned and programmed to think with a mentality of lack. Lack is a negative thing. It means like you're missing something. Either you don't have enough money, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough confidence or enough humility, you don't have enough sexuality or enough prudence. There's always something that someone's saying you don't have enough of, and we're taught these things usually with good intentions from our parents if they're sharing things like, well, you can't have it all at once. And that's because money doesn't grow on trees. And that's because there's a finite amount. We have to go to the store and get more. You can't have all the things you want now because it's not time. You can't have everything because I say so, because it's expensive, buying everything for your kids. And it makes sense, but those are thought patterns and ways of living that we've now accepted as part of the fabric of life. Things that can't be questioned, like, can we fly? All right, no, I definitely can't fly. I'm a human. It's one of those things that's been like programmed into us, like I can't have everything I want. So I'll just accept that. And that's what I want to talk about, is undoing that, unlearning that mentality, because it's simply not true. Obviously, you may find yourself financially limited if you don't have income right now, but tomorrow you could have income. So why limit yourself by getting yourself used to the mentality of, I can't have that thing? Always keep your mind open to the positivity, to the alternative. But it's so hard to do that because the thoughts that we think, the way that we live, is so subconsciously ingrained in us that we aren't even aware. We aren't aware that we live that way. Generally, we don't know why we need to have jobs. We just know that we need to do it to stay alive. But if we did not have to have jobs, I think people would start questioning. Like if people didn't, for example, if we did not need to have jobs to literally survive, if we did not need to have money to survive, people would judge it because it's an optional thing. It's like, do I feel like going here? Do I feel like going there? Well, I have a choice here. Let's see. Do I want to? Do I not? Is this worth my time? Is this worth thinking about? Is this worth putting energy into? There's a lot of things that we've grown accustomed to. For example, like not spending on yourself because you just believe there's not going to be enough money going forward. Not spending time with yourself, with others, doing things that are fun because it feels that there will always be another time for that, or I don't really need all that right now, or I'm just this, I'm just that. Whatever it is, it's probably negative. It's probably taking you away from the thing that you actually want to do, which is to enjoy yourself. And we tell ourselves that we don't need it, or it's just too much. And I hope there are people who are listening to this that can identify, because I know that not everyone feels this way. I meet people who are so good with their self-care and so good with living for themselves and pouring into themselves, making sure that all the decisions they make in their life are ones that they love for themselves. But there's a lot of people that I know and I can relate to who they're doing fine. You know what I mean? Like they're not struggling, they're doing fine. Like they have what they need. They're leading a life that they can be proud of, but are they fulfilled? Are you happy? And that's where it comes back to this abundance versus lack mindset. Switching to thinking about abundance, you can hear thoughts like these in your head. I deserve everything. I am already all that I deserve. I'm full. I am happy. I deserve all the happiness, not just today, not just tomorrow, not just when it's not making other people uncomfortable. It's for another video as well. I think a lot of people question like just going the wrong direction or something. Like once you start to think about this way, there's some wall, there's something that's gonna stop you from thinking this way, and then you're gonna feel hurt and feel like you never should have given this much hope, given this much energy into believing that you can have everything. But it's those thoughts, it's that exact thought that's like, something's probably gonna happen to stop me from being on this train of thinking. Or, you know, I have this job's amazing. Oh my God, this job is going to open so many doors for me because of the income and the time freedom that it allows me. The next thought is, when is it gonna end? The next thought is, how long do I have this for? The next thought is, it's gonna run out. Instead of the next thought being, even if it does end, I know the next thing's gonna be better because only good things will happen for me. You're setting yourself up, you're setting your future self up to expect more out of life. And like everyone knows, the more you expect out of something, the more you look for it. And if you expect goodness, you'll seek it out. If you expect failure, if you expect lack, if you expect that you don't need to do that self-care thing, then you will feel like you don't need to do it. And this goes into all sorts of other topics that I want to get into on this channel in the Black Light series, talking about manifestation and law of attraction and how the power of words and the power of the tongue, y'all, and the power of your mind. But just the mentality of abundance versus lack is so huge, because I'm finding myself, like almost all of the, not all, but a lot of the things that I struggle with are rooted in that. Like when I have a plan for the way something's gonna go, and it doesn't go that way. Well, you know, I'm dealing with like wanting to have more self-control and not being too controlling, but at the same time, I start telling myself things like, oh, well, I needed to do it like this because if I go here, it's gonna take longer and there's not enough time, and like, oh my God, I just feel like I need more time in the day. And if I just had like this much more money, or if I just had this much more time, I'd be happy. That is conditioning your mind and your emotions and your heart and your body and your spirit to be used to a mentality and a lifestyle of lack. Like, I don't have what I need, and I need this thing, like, I don't know, this is a book, but everyone has a thing. A boyfriend, a partner, a job, a this, a that, whatever the thing is, like external thing, that's gonna make you happy. So then now you feel like you lack. But if you already believe that you are abundant the way you are, and that everything good is gonna come your way, and that everything good is already here, you just have to reach out and take it. Now, obviously easier said than done, but this stuff is stuff that really excites me to share with people, because it's like anything else that you need to practice, and the more you practice it, the better you get at it. The better you get at it, the more you see just how much of your thoughts you've been having are just conditioned thoughts that don't need to be yours. You can change the way that you think about things, about what you deserve or what you have. Gratitude, you know, gratitude is another way that helps you to expand on your abundance and your lifestyle of abundance. So that was on my heart, and I hope to just keep sharing things like that, like just little tidbits, like this is on my heart, and it has to do with discovering yourself, loving yourself, and expanding your life. And that is what I want to share in the Black Light series. So let me know your thoughts, you guys. Share down below like what you think about living in abundance versus living in lack. I'm very interested to hear from you all. I'll see you in the next one.